Today, we're going to be looking at the Ender 3s. And I have COVID hair. Hi everybody, welcome back to VA3FUC. My name is Ron. In case you're wondering what's with the COVID hair, well, we're not open yet. Yeah, we're in one of the provinces that haven't opened. But anyways, get that out of the way. Anyways, we're going to be looking at the Ender 3s. And you're probably asking, why are we looking at 3D printers? This is ham radio. Well, for you guys that are out there that are ham radio enthusiasts, you'll find this more interesting. I can guarantee you that. But maybe I can't. But stick around and see if you find this interesting. Today we're going to be looking at the Ender 3. The Ender 3 is probably one of the most hottest selling 3D printers out there on the market, made by a company known as Creality. Creality has been making printers for, since 2017, I want to say, is when I first got... 2017 is when I first got my first 3D printer, which was the Troxy X1. And that led me to get a CR10, and then the CR10 led me to these printers. The Ender 3 is a budget line printer that has a lot of bang for its buck. The way that these work is they run on an XYZ. So your Y is going to be your bed. The Z is a screw that's back here. And your X is going to be this gantry that runs across here. And the way that works, as this bed moves, this will move back and forth, giving you some type of print option there. That's how they work. Now I have two printers here. First of all, I got the Ender 3. The Ender 3 came out, I want to say at least 2019, I think. This has a magnetic bed on it now. It usually comes with one of these little build sheets that I have right here, and it's attached with binder clips. I'm not a big fan of binder clips. Let's get that out fast. The print surface will be 235 by 235 millimeters. Take in mind that these printers use millimeters and the metric system for temperatures. The build height, if I remember correctly, is 250. And this is the type of plate you get on a regular Ender. This plate is great. I love that it flexes, and you can easily get prints off of this. But the build plate does wear fast. Then we have the Ender 3 Pro. The Ender 3 Pro came out about maybe 6 or 7 months after the Ender 3 came out. It has a bigger extrusion at the bottom using a 40-40 extrusion. On the original Ender, they only use a 20-40. What do I mean by 20-40? Well, the extrusion is only 20 millimeters, but in height is 40. Here they use the full 40 and 40 on that, giving the bed a little bit more better travel. Also, they use a Meanwell power supply rather than what the Ender uses, which is just a generic power supply. These power supplies are rated at 24 volts, so that is a lot of power to heat up your hot end and to heat up your bed. The older printers that used to come out used to be only 12 volts. This is a big jump in quality and in heating time. I've printed a lot on these Enders, and they've never let me down. Now keep in mind, these are budget printers. What do I mean by budget printers? They're for hobbyists. They aren't meant to be 24/7 workaholics. Well, you can work them 24/7, but they will break down faster. Minor things that you kind of might be asking. Why am I having my filament on here? This one's on the side. Great question. The filament spools are going to be on top. Some people like to put them on the side because less travel, less wear, but you'll also lose travel height. I prefer mounting them on the side if you have to, or B, mounting them on top like this one is. If you're also curious about this versus this, these are the extruder. I have this one oriented in a way that it can do direct drive. Something you probably don't have to worry about. Your regular extruder will come with a Bowden tube. My recommendation, if you're going to buy one of these printers, make sure you buy yourself an all-metal extruder. The all-metal extruders are better, and sometimes they'll come with cap tubing, which is a great tube. I prefer cap tube over the white Bowden tube any day of the week. Cap tube is just more dynamically pleasing and works a lot better, in my own opinion. Others have said differently. What I also like about the Ender is that they're easy to use. The Ender 3 is probably one of the more best printers I've seen. Now, you might notice on a lot of reviews, if you look on Amazon, any of the 3D printer sales like AliExpress, Banggood, they all say the print surface is 220 by 220. You can actually print 235 by 235. So take that with a grain of salt. I've printed objects at 235 on these with no problem whatsoever. If you do end up buying the Ender and you end up with and you buy the Pro and you get one of these floppy mats, these mats I do not like printing on. I do recommend getting something like this. This is just your basic spring steel metal, very flexible, has a PEI sheet on it, and with a PEI sheet, the prints come off like no man's land. Just go pop, off they come. Mostly you'll be printing with PLA. PLA comes in many different colors and many different formats. There's PLA, PLA Plus, PLA Tough. Basically, it just means that PLA is stronger than normal PLA. I find PLA comes in many different colors and is simple to print with and is a joy to print with. And 90% of the stuff you're going to be printing will probably require just PLA. With these printers, they do come in different price ranges. You have the Ender 3 right here. This is the original. This sells for under $200 if you look around. You can even get somewhere around around one. I've seen it sitting at 169. I've seen it even lower. You just gotta hunt around. Sometimes you can find a really good deal. But if you're going to spend the money and you have that extra money, I do recommend the few bells and whistles that make it worth the price, and it's a little bit over $200. I think I've seen these for like $269 or lower, and I do mean shop around. There's many different websites that you can buy these from. There's AliExpress, there is Banggood, and there is Creality's own homepage, and Amazon. So you're just gonna have to shop around and see which one has the best price for best value. And I receive them, and usually I get them within 14 days basically. So that's roughly about 2 weeks. Sometimes it does take a little longer. Sometimes they have holidays and I order them just before their holidays start and I have to wait. But other than that, these printers have been nonstop great. I have no bonds about using a 3D printer. You can print a lot of great stuff. Even if you don't want to print ham radio stuff, I printed this little mini vase for a project just to see how detailed I could get. And that is super detailed. I also printed this. This is just a tack I was working on as an idea for the Wolf River coil antenna I have, as a way to get it to dig deeper into the ground so I don't get so it doesn't tip over with high winds. Both of those work great. But if you're looking for something, if you want to get into something new, I mean, these things cost less than a rig, less than your tower. Maybe not as less as buying some cable and making an antenna, but they are at a price point where I think any ham radio operator can get into this. And we'll find a lot of fun with these. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Listen, if you got a question about this, hit me up in the comments down below. If you like the content, hit that like button. And don't forget, if you want to see more stuff, maybe I'll do a live Q&A one of these days and talk to you guys about 3D printing if there's enough questions. You know, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell because then you will know when I go live. Anyways, everybody, I want to thank you so much for watching. Till next time, 73.